Welcome to the Wise Owl Knits Fibercast. This is K23, so the 23rd episode of the Fibercast. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I truly appreciate that. You can find me at wiseowlknits.com. I'm also Wise Owl Knits with 2 S's on Instagram and Wise Owl Knits on Facebook and YouTube. You can always, if you've got any questions or comments, you can email me at cheryl@wiseowlknits.com, or you can also use the contact me button on my website, and you can send me a message through there, or you can instant message me on Instagram too. Today I'm wearing the Solomon Poncho. This is a poncho that came out a little bit earlier this year, and we're going to have a knit along starting on December 26th for the Solomon Poncho. I hope you all will join us for this. It's a great piece to add to your wardrobe and perfect for kind of some indulgent knitting for yourself right after Christmas. This is knit in Southlander DK from Skeins Yarn in New Zealand, but it is the exact same weight as Cascade 220, so that's a good possibility too. I do suggest a wool yarn, but if that's not your cup of tea and you'd rather use an acrylic, that is fine too. So the knit along will begin, as I said, on December 26th, and it's going to go through the middle of March, so March 15th. I do have a Telegram group that I've made, and I will put a link to that in the show notes. You can also participate on Instagram using the hashtag SPKAL. I think we all know that hashtags on Instagram are not working like they used to. You don't necessarily see everything that has that hashtag, and because of that, and also because we're doing things in 2 places, I have a Google form that you can fill out with your name, your email address, and you can upload a picture when you're finished. So to be eligible for prizes, you will have to fill out that short form, but I will do my best to make it super easy to find that and to get that sent in so that you can hopefully win a prize. Hopefully you'll consider joining us for the knit along. I think it's going to be really fun. I have my yarn all together in one place. I don't have it caked up yet, but I'm looking forward to knitting another one of these. I wear this one a lot. When you're choosing your color, I will say, don't pick something that's super, super dark. Like, don't pick black or navy blue, because you just will not see all of the cables. And if you're gonna go take all the time to knit all those cables, you wanna be able to see those. We'll move on to my other designs that are going to be released or have a knit along soon. The Keeping Time sweater is coming out on January 2nd. It is in testing right now, and testing is going very well. So I don't anticipate there being any hiccups, and that should come out right on schedule. This is a DK weight yarn, as is the Solomon Poncho, and either 3 or 4 colors, or you could actually use more colors. This one, all of the light color is Bougie from Knitty McPurley, and on this one, this is all Knitty McPurley yarn. On this one has got 2 different colors of the background yarn. One is Morel, which is up here at the top, and then Bougie down there. So Bougie is in both. That is the Keeping Time sweater, and like I said, that will be available for purchase on January 2nd. So watch for that to come out, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with for yarn choices for that. I just love what my testers have been doing, and I'm sure I'll love yours too. I have also got another sweater, the Wildflower, for babies, kids, and teens, will be available on February the 1st. And at the same time, Holly from Mystery Mouse Yarns is doing a pre-order. Here's the adult version. Is doing a pre-order on yarn kits for the Wildflower in whatever size. And also Susan from Delightful Works is making some coordinating bags that will coordinate with the kits that Holly is putting together, and she's got several different color combinations. So watch for all of those. I'm going to do a knit along starting on March 1st, so if you order yarn the beginning of February, you should have it in plenty of time. Or if you don't want to order new yarn, that's perfectly fine. This sweater is just almost made for mini skeins. In fact, both of mine, I used mini skeins. Use one background color, and you can do all the contrasting colors with mini skeins. So good stash buster. I'm sure you, like me, have lots of those laying around, and just, you know, group some together in a color combination that you like, that's got some good contrast, and use some of your mini skeins. So that's the Wildflower. Again, the knit along is going to begin on March the 1st and end on March 31st, and I'll have a Telegram group for that. I haven't made that one yet, and a hashtag, and also a Google form for that. As long as all that works well on the Solomon Poncho knit along, then I think I'll just do the same thing for the Wildflower knit along. Those are the things that I've got going in the pipeline design wise and knit along wise for right now. I will move on to what I've been working on. To lean over here. I've just started, well, about a couple weeks ago, a baby blanket. And this is knit in an acrylic from Lion Brand. I don't know the exact name of the yarn, but it's acrylic, it is washable, and the cable pattern is exactly the same as the Solomon Poncho. So I've pretty much got that memorized. You will have that memorized pretty quickly too if you participate in the knit along. I will write up a pattern for this. I would guess that's going to be available either sometime in January or February. So watch for that if you would like to make a baby blanket. The other things that I've been working on are mostly things with the circular sock machine. I've been doing all kinds of things, hats, headbands. This hat has toe shaping on the top. I've made Christmas ornaments, and I have actually made some socks. This sock is just a one-off. It was the first sock that I actually made the heels and the toes. The gauge is a little bit looser than I would like. Unless you've got really wide feet, this is probably a little too wide for you. But this one seems to be pretty good. And this one I made in my size. The other one I made in my husband's size, but it's, first of all, he doesn't like shorty socks. but I really was just practicing the heel and toe, and I figured I should make it to fit him just in case it did turn out and I could make him another one. This one fits. This part up here is the hung hem, so you knit 20 rounds and then you lift stitches up and put them on the needles. So this part up here is a little bit looser than I wanted, but I made an adjustment on the second sock, so they're not going to be exactly the same, but they're for me, so it's okay. So I'm having lots of fun trying new things on the circular sock machine. You may have seen, or you may not have, that I am doing a 30-day challenge for myself called Adventures with the Circular Sock Machine, and I'm trying to make something new every day for 30 days. I started this late November because I am crazy, but it will go through December 23rd, and hopefully you'll see lots of socks, because that's really what I wanted, to get to the point where I can actually make a sock. And I've made a few of them now. I may have my first pair later on today. So those are the things that I've been working on. Because I've been so engrossed in the machine, I haven't cast on anything else, though I've got a couple of designs in my head. I just need to get those flushed out a little bit and get started on those. Okay, got some comments from the last podcast. I had several people. Oklahoma, Texas sheep lady talked about the sock machine. A lot of people were interested in the sock machine and just liked seeing how it would work. Let's go to Sharon's comment, which is not on the sock machine, but she said she's looking forward to the Solomon Poncho knit along. I got some Skein Southlander before it went on sale. It was still a reasonable price and actually cost me less, even with the shipping, than Cascade 220 would have. I didn't even consider ordering from there before, assuming the shipping would make it too expensive, but that isn't so. Yeah, our exchange rate with New Zealand is so favorable that the yarn is priced very well anyway, but even adding a $35 New Zealand shipping cost, by the time you go through the exchange rate and add all your yarn together, it really is a terrific value. So if you haven't ordered from them, give it a try. You go through and you put everything in your cart, and then right before you check out you see what it cost in US dollars, so you can still opt out at that point, because I know I put things in there before and thought, well, this is a little more than I would want to spend, and then you see the exchange rate and it's really extremely reasonable. So give it a try if you haven't done that before. So those are my comments for this week. I also wanted to mention a couple of podcasts that I have been looking at or want to look at. First of all, I want to say thank you to Stephanie at Texas Peach Knits. She is knitting one of my patterns, the Cable Top Boxy, so I really appreciate her knitting that and showing her progress on her podcast. So thanks, Stephanie, and I will insert a link to Stephanie's podcast here. Then there are several podcasters that have Vlogmas going on right now. One is Lynn from Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. Another is Caitlin from Hartley's Handmade, and Shauna from Shauna Stitches. So I have started watching some of those. The others I plan to watch. I know Shauna's is just once a week, so that's a bit less of a time commitment, but I will put links for all of those in the show notes too. Now I will move on to my word of the podcast. Today's word is edify. It's a transitive verb, and edify means to instruct and improve, especially in moral and religious knowledge. Also, uplift, enlighten, and inform. It says edify comes from the Latin verb edificare, and that's A-E-D-I-F-I-C-A-R-E. My Latin is non-existent, so I'm sure I pronounce that incorrectly. But it says meaning to instruct or improve spiritually. It's based on Ades, which is A-E-D-E-S, the word for temple. Edify shares the spiritual meaning of its Latin root, but it is also used in general context to refer to the act of instructing in a way that improves the mind and character overall. It's a good word. I heard it in a religious context, and you can somewhat discern the meaning from the context, but I didn't know the exact meaning, so I wanted to look it up. And once I really saw the word for the first time and wondered about it, it's another one of those words that I just kept coming across over and over again. So I'm glad to know the meaning of edify, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching today. As I said earlier, I appreciate you being here. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment. I love getting your comments and replying to your comments. So if you comment, I will respond, I promise. And I might even read it on the podcast. So thanks again for coming and watching. You probably won't see me until the week before Christmas, and I'll do a short podcast about the Solomon Poncho knit along at that time. Enjoy your Advent, enjoy all of your holiday preparations, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.